I've waited 14 years for this moment. I told you I'm the future. Now it's time to prove it. Tonight
is my night.
Tonight?
Tonight, it's my evolution.
My evolution.
Tonight, it's my time.
Tonight, it's our revolution.
I will win the big one.
I prove I'm the best.
Tonight, we take over.
I take over.
It's my revolution.
Tonight?
Tonight is my redemption.
Tonight, I end Sammy's road to redemption.
Tonight, Kevin Owens takes over.
And now, WWE Network presents NXT TakeOver, our evolution.
You are looking live at the NXT Arena at Full Sail University here in Orlando, Florida. Tonight, NXT could be on the precipice of a major transformation, a career versus title match, a highly anticipated debut, and the opportunity for new superstars to illuminate the future of WWE.
Introducing first from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing 262 pounds, Kevin Owens!
And guys, what an incredible night for Kevin Owens. I think I saw tears in his eyes headed to the ring. I'm getting emotional. An unbelievable night already. Let's get this thing going.
And we welcome you once again here to the NXT Arena. What a night it is. NXT TakeOver, our evolution, guys. Kevin Owens has been waiting 14 years for this opportunity. It is his night to shine here at Full Sail University.
I mean, what a start to the show. I'm amped up. I'm extra amped up tonight. Corey, what an incredible night already. I can't wait to see the rest.
I haven't been this excited in so long. Let's get ready to go, man.
Well, we'd like to welcome Corey Graves to the broadcast team. Rich Brenner alongside the analyst Alex Riley. And what a night this is going to be.
And his opponent from Joliet, Illinois, weighing 227 pounds, CJ Parker!
Guys, Kevin Owens is burning a hole through CJ Parker here tonight.
It's taken him 14 years to get here, but make no mistake about it, CJ Parker is a real threat to anyone that gets in that ring. CJ Parker's been taken very, very seriously.
But Corey, can he battle the emotion of Kevin Owens that he's already showed tonight? He's already feeding off the NXT universe. What a response Kevin Owens got. It was incredible.
Kevin Owens says he is here to fight. He is here to change everything in NXT. Did you see the sign that CJ Parker had? My fight matters. You think that's a knock at Kevin Owens?
I think it is. I think he's going directly at him with his... Oh! Maybe a little too late, though.
Oh, Kevin Owens out of the box. Cannonball right into the turnbuckles.
That might be the most intense few seconds that I've ever seen in a WWE career.
Look at this, man is enraged.
Whoa! My God! Kevin Owens launching himself over the top rope, clearing out CJ Parker.
Looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. I don't think anyone, unless they've watched Kevin Owens in the past, expected to see a man of that size fly like that.
Can be deceiving. I saw a flying cow, and it was pretty damn impressive to me.
Listen to the ovation for Kevin Owens making his WWE debut. Take a look at this. Kevin Owens launching himself, Alex.
And this is just putting your body on the line right out of the gate. And honestly, what a start to take over our evolution.
This is what I'm talking about. You give CJ Parker an ounce of opening, he's gonna take advantage of it. He's here to spoil Kevin Owens' debut.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Corey. CJ Parker is a seasoned veteran here at NXT. Very savvy inside the ring, and this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Kevin Owens by any means.
CJ Parker says he stands for a cause bigger than himself. As someone like that can be very, very dangerous, and as you said, he would love nothing more than to ruin the debut of Kevin Owens. But Owens able to roll himself out of the way. Oh! CJ Parker with the palm strike. Cover, hook of the leg, and oh, just barely kicking out.
Tell you what, Corey, that's impressive that Kevin Owens was able to kick out of that. I've seen CJ Parker beat NXT superstars with that move.
Could you imagine if CJ Parker would have just beaten Kevin Owens with that palm strike, what that would have done to the whole face of the night?
You could hear a pin drop.
CJ Parker lining up Kevin Owens. Whoa! What a huge lariat! Look out. Whoa! Whoa! What an impact! Kevin Owens!
I have no idea what you call that, but it looked like it hurt.
You call a doctor.
Kevin Owens again. Pop-up powerbomb! And Kevin Owens with the victory here tonight in his debut.
Kevin Owens!
It took him 14 years to get here, and what an impressive debut. If that didn't show you that he belongs among the best in the world here in NXT, I don't know what it's going to take. And Kevin Owens is for real.
Look what's trending already. NXT TakeOver, our evolution, already a worldwide trend. Thanks partly to that man right there. What a debut for Kevin Owens.
Owens wanted a chance. He begged for an opportunity to come here tonight. He got that chance and delivered it. Look at the start for Owens.
I mean, right out of the gate, and honestly feeding off the energy of the NXT Universe, responded to him from the first second he walked out. What an intensity this man brings to NXT.
And Kevin Owens launching himself, putting his body on the line.
How could you not respect a man that's willing to do that on his first night?
And CJ Parker coming back nearly into the match right there, Corey.
I thought that was all she wrote. I thought CJ Parker was spoiling the night for everybody.
This takes a lot more to put away Kevin Owens.
A lot more. Look at this. What a clothesline. That's an old school JBL clothesline there. And this. What an impact. What a move right on the spine of CJ Parker. And Kevin Owens, again, I cannot say it enough. What an impressive debut.
He waited years for this opportunity, and guys, tonight, Kevin Owens delivered.
He's not crying anymore. That's a happy man.
Wow. What an impressive debut tonight. And Alex Riley, I think you said it, the NXT Universe, Kevin Owens feeding off the energy.
Well, did you see the tears in his eyes when he came out? I mean, that was incredible to me. What a moment already. What a way to kick it off. A worldwide trend already, guys. Congratulations to everybody. This is great.
And congratulations to Corey Graves as well, joining the NXT broadcast team. And Corey, on the NXT TakeOver Our Evolution pre-show, you clued us into what's going on.
Had some bad luck with some concussions. Doctors have advised me maybe it's time to hang up the boots, but WWE allowed me to keep going, try a new job in this business that I know and love. I'm going to be part of NXT's announce team from now on, and I could not be more fired up about it.
I can promise you two things, Corey Knight. We're going to have some disagreements, but we're also going to have a lot of fun. I'm glad you're here, man. Can't wait to start working with you.
Can't wait.
Well, still lots to get to here tonight, but right now we want to take you backstage. Adrian Neville getting ready for his matchup later on tonight as he defends the NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. And, well, Adrian Neville sat down with Michael Cole last week with a very special interview with his thoughts about this championship match.
Obviously, I will feel sorry for Sami, but this is a stipulation or a scenario, however you want to word it, that Sami has put upon himself. And I actively tried to deter him from doing so. I didn't want this. But I refused to carry the burden of you know, ending Sami's career, because this is also my career, this is also my life, and that is my priority, and always will be my priority.
Adrian Neville defends the NXT Championship later tonight, but guys, right now, from the NXT Champion to the NXT Tag Team Champions, let's take a look at the Lucha Dragons. And the NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line later tonight as Kalisto and Sin Cara, the Lucha Dragons, battle Aiden English and Simon Gotch, one of the most unique duos we have seen here in NXT.
It's gonna be a big one.
We are the Lucha Dragons!
Two of the most dynamic, high-flying superstars we've ever seen.
What a treat it is to see the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Here comes the human pinball. Salida del Sol.
We are a strong tag team. We're skillful and we have that determination. We have a great challenge in front of us. We're confident to beat any tag team here in NXT.
This feels incredible! The future starts now!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NXT Tag Team Championship!
Lucha, 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 lucha.
Introducing first at a combined weight of 370 pounds, they're the NXT Tag Team Champions, Kalisto, Sin Cara, the Lucha Dragons!
Guys, what more needs to be said about Kalisto and Sin Cara other than the fact that they beat the Ascension to become the NXT Tag Team Champions?
Absolutely nothing, Rich. You're talking about the longest reigning champions, the most dominant force in NXT history in the Ascension. There were so many questions about who is going to be the team to knock them off. And you're looking at them right there on your screen, the Lucha Dragons. A proven commodity here at NXT.
The debonair devastation of such exquisite sophistication. Aiden English, Simon Gotch, the Broad Villain.
Guys, the Vaudevillains call themselves the most gentlemanly competitors here at NXT, but I think over the last few weeks they've proven anything but.
Manners do not win championships, Rich. These guys can be gentlemen all they want. When they get between the ropes, they are two of the most skilled and feared superstars in NXT.
And I completely agree with you there, Corey. You can try to play all the mind games you want in the time leading up to the match, but once it starts, you better be technically sound between those ropes, and these two are. They better be ready for a fight tonight, because again, like we talked about earlier, that's the Lucha Dragons, the only team to ever knock off the Ascension.
Vaudevillains the last few weeks, we've seen them silent movies, the mini luchas mocking the NXT Tag Team Champions, and not a whole lot of respect shown for Kalisto and Sin Cara.
Corey, obviously we're an NXT superstar at one time. I mean, do you think that's smart, preparing for your opponent by making videos, by you know, getting involved in extracurricular activities outside of the ring? I certainly don't.
Aiden English and Simon Gotch function on a whole other mental wavelength than I do, so I don't necessarily know what their plan is. I do know they have one. Listen,
and that's a dangerous thought, to focus, to be on a level that you're not.
There they are, the NXT Tag Team Championships. That is what it's all about. The high-flying luchadors defending the titles against the unorthodox duo of English and Gotch. Sin Cara starting off against Simon Gotch. And guys, what kind of a matchup do you expect here? Do you expect maybe a more aggressive side from the Lucha Dragons?
You know, I think they need to do exactly what got them to the dance. Things like that. They need to use their agility, speed, fly through the air. They're very successful. You got to remember, they're the champions.
Cover! Trying to put away Gotch, just a one count.
And on the other hand, if the Vaudevillains have any chance of walking out of here with the titles, they need to ground the Lucha Dragons, period. They need to use that grappling style and that brawling style they know so well.
Oh, what a counter there.
Sending Aiden English to the outside. Tag made, and here comes Kalisto. One of the most dynamic stars that we've seen here in quite some time at NXT. And look at this teamwork. Wheelbarrow senton. Kalisto for the win. And again, a kick out by Simon Gotch.
And Rich, you brought up an interesting point. Does one team have to change their style? And I don't think so, but this certainly is a clash of different styles. You have luchadors versus really an old school strongman wrestling team.
Sin Cara, powerbomb. Look at the leg here. Is that enough to put away Gotch? Again, a kick out. These are definitely two teams that exemplify precision teamwork. Who do you think has the edge?
These are two fine, well-oiled machines. It comes down to who can execute their game plan first.
Tag made, and here comes, Aiden English, bump to the outside. Sin Cara pulled right out of the ring by Aiden English.
That was perfectly legal. Aiden English made the tag. He got knocked off the apron.
English into the ring. Cover, hook of the leg for the titles, and a kick out at one.
Guys, the Lucha Dragons, the only tag team that's ever beaten the Vaudevillains. That's what they said when I talked to them prior to this match. They said they have their number. They have to focus tonight.
Cover, English for the titles, and again a kick out.
And they got to really perform at their peak if they're going to hang in this match.
Tag made. Simon Gotch, now the legal man. The Vaudevillains using the 5 count. Again, Gotch for the victory for the titles. And again, Sin Cara stays alive.
This right here is exactly what the Vaudevillains need to do. Notice how Gotch has that submission maneuver locked in. He's got Sin Cara grounded. Sin Cara cannot do most of his fancy aerial offense here. This is where the Vaudevillains need to be.
Simon Gotch. Interesting pin attempt there. Vaudevillains have held the Lucha Dragons, I should say, have held the NXT Tag Team Championships for exactly 3 months. Vaudevillains winners of our #1 contender Battle Royal. And right now in control of this matchup. Cover, and again a kick out.
And honestly, I thought that the Vaudevillains were going to come out tonight a little distracted, a little preoccupied, not really have a straight-ahead game plan because of their approach with all those videos and mind games. But they look great. They're really focused tonight, Corey.
They have no reason not to be. They have the richest prize in their game at stake right now, the NXT Tag Team titles. How can you not be focused?
Big kick. English, now grabbing the leg of Kalisto.
And remember, champion's advantage cannot win titles by count out or disqualification.
Referee with his focus on Kalisto. And now Sin Cara backed into the wrong corner, tag baited. Simon Gotch, the legal man.
And Corey, if you think you can match up with a team head-to-head and you have confidence in your ability, do you think these tactics are necessary?
It's only cheating when you get caught.
All right. Well said, Governor.
Oh, look at this reversal. Sin Cara desperately trying to make the tag to Kalisto. And Gotch able to prevent him from getting across the ring. Back suplex. Is that enough? New champions know.
Gotch, very surprisingly strong, very good with leverage. Really understands how to break down his opponent. Very impressive.
The Vaudevillains have done a great job of cutting the ring in half. Sin Cara has been nowhere close to Kalisto to make the tag that he needs so bad.
Aiden English hooks the leg, and again, just a 1 count.
And Corey, you're a former NXT Tag Team Champion here. I mean, are you impressed with the way that the Vaudevillains have really gelled for getting, I mean, they have been a tag team here for a while, but not that long, and they really do look succinct together.
I'm impressed, but I'm not surprised. These are two of the most intelligent human beings I've ever encountered in my life. It's not surprising at all that they've had success.
That's Simon Gotch, he'll tell you so. Sin Cara finally able to make the tag, and here comes Kalisto. Springboard crossbody.
This guy's a firecracker.
Corkscrew. The Lucha Dragons. Whoa! Big kick. Not only defending the championships tonight, but hang on. Crossbody by Sin Cara. Defending their proud heritage of Lucha Libre. And look out here. Roll through kick. Kalisto.
2 human pinballs.
Kalisto and Sin Cara teaming up. Here goes Aiden English over the top rope.
This is where the Lucha Dragons shine. When they get this momentum going, it's usually lights out for the other team.
Hang on, look out.
Time
Here
to
comes
fly.
the Lucha Dragons taking out Aiden English. And the look on Simon Gotch's face says it all.
I think his mustache started curling there.
Gotch sending Kalisto into the ring. And look out!
Oh!
SDS Salida Del Sol! And the Lucha Dragons retain!
Here are your winners and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Dragons!
Guys, we said it earlier, it would be all about teamwork. Whoever could progress through this match as the most well-oiled machine tonight, it was Kalisto and Sin Cara.
It was the Lucha Dragons. Look, Mom, no hands. I mean, this is just incredible. It'll make Rey Mysterio jealous.
And look at Kalisto and Sin Cara winding up Corey Graves.
2 Lucha Dragons, 1 Vaudevillain. It wasn't going to end well for Aiden English right there.
This is just too much. Salida Del Sol. 2, 3. Lucha Dragons remain your NXT Tag Team Champions. Good on them.
Guys, look what's trending #1 worldwide NXT TakeOver our Evolution.
Absolutely incredible. What a thing to be a part of, right, Corey? I mean, what a great start. What moments.
What an amazing matchup here. The Lucha Dragons successfully defending the NXT Tag Team Championships. Guys, still lots more to come tonight. And take a look, there she is, the challenger, Sasha Banks, preparing for later tonight when she faces Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship.
She looks ready to go.
Flanked by Becky Lynch, as always. Banks and Charlotte later tonight for the NXT Women's title.
You are now looking at the future of the WWE.
Who will be the next main eventer, the next Hall of Famer, the next big thing? Here's your spoiler.
This is the gateway. This is where we change the world.
Meet the superstars of the next generation.
They are making history every single day.
NXT. New episodes every Thursday, 9/8 Central on WWE Network.
NXT TakeOver. Our evolution continues here tonight. Well, guys, we just got word, next week, the newest NXT superstar, Kevin Owens, will sit down with Renee Young to talk about his amazing debut tonight, what lies ahead in his future. That is next week on NXT.
And after what you saw tonight, that is a must-see.
His opponent from Kansas City, weighing 275 pounds, Baron Corbin.
Guys, Baron Corbin has destroyed every opponent in record time here at NXT. This is a man who WWE legends say has a presence about him that has only just begun to manifest itself. And Corey, you know this guy better than anyone.
Baron Corbin and I run in a lot of the same circles. We hang out with some of the same people. Let me tell you, this guy doesn't say much, but when he does, you'd better listen. He doesn't get paid by the hour, and guys, your watch is working?
I don't wear a watch, but yes.
I'm not wearing one, but I'm sure the NXT Universe will provide the time for us.
They've been very helpful. I don't think anybody's lasted longer than 22 seconds against Corbin.
Good stat, Reg. Tell you're doing your research.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They are counting it down. Up to 15, and guys, this may not last long for Ty Dillinger. Oh!
Oh, look out. Oh!
Snake eyes into a big kick.
We got an audience out here for Corbin?
Oh, wait a minute. Guys, that's NXT superstar Bull Dempsey. What's his... Oh!
End of days!
Baron Corbin continues to obliterate the competition here at NXT. Guys, Bull Dempsey looking on. What's his business out here?
What do you mean he works here, Rich? You can't come out and scout the talent?
This is what I'm talking about. Baron Corbin doesn't say much, but he doesn't have to. The look on his face speaks volumes.
Okay, with the look on Bull Dempsey's face, I want to see those two fight.
Dempsey and Corbin within closing distance.
It's almost like Corbin's daring him to do something.
Baron Corbin continues to impress here at NXT. And guys, we called it. It wasn't going to take long.
Yeah, I know. We knew it was going to be a quick one. The question was how quick. Look at this high boot from Baron Corbin. An unbelievably intense, aggressive NXT superstar, and then end of days, and the end of the match. Baron Corbin, unstoppable here at NXT.
There he is, one more look.
Continuing to stare down Bull Dempsey as he leaves the NXT arena. Well, guys, it's all or nothing for Sami Zayn later on tonight, as he told Michael Cole in a WWE.com exclusive yesterday.
And I said I want to win that NXT championship before I move on, before I go to Raw, before I go to SmackDown, before anything happens in my life. And I'm just at that point. You know, everybody reaches a point where it's just sink or swim. And the truth is, my entire life, my entire career, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty much the same thing anyway, you know, has been without a safety net. So I've taken away that safety net.
Guys, Sami Zayn saying he's operating without a safety net tonight, putting his career on the line.
He looks nervous to me.
Well, guys, still to come tonight, what a matchup this is going to be. We've been waiting weeks for this. The Ascension battling Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. You talk about two teams that have gone to war.
This is going to be a great matchup. We are going to see the unexpected. I can't wait.
The future is happening right here and now.
Hideo Itami, one of the most highly anticipated debuts in a long, long time, has arrived.
I'm happy to be here in WWE. My goal is to be NXT champion.
Oh my.
Oh, Victor tossing Hideo Itami outside the ring.
Yeah, we're in a bad mood.
The Ascension, Connor and Victor early tonight, losing the NXT Tag Team titles, have to be stewing.
You're gonna give us a rematch. And you're gonna give it.
Oh, it's blasting Connor outside the ring. Look at the newest NXT superstar go.
Hideo has arrived.
Look out! It's the Ascension!
Oh! It's all about intimidation, physical, mental. That's what Ascension does.
I'm tired of the Ascension 201 attack.
Oh! Fallen man!
And Tommy needs some help out here.
You wanna fight? Oh, the numbers game again.
How many times can they do this to Hideo?
Another 2-on-1 assault.
I'm not leaving.
There he is, Hideo Itami, ready to take on the Ascension.
I bring a friend.
Wow! We have heard so much about Finn Balor, and he is here tonight.
Guys, this is a world-renowned superstar, and I can't wait for this.
Look at this, Itami and Finn Balor taking it to the Ascension.
I don't think I've ever seen the Ascension in this situation before.
Ascension, you better bring all you've got, because I'm bringing something you've never seen before.
The Ascension wiped out at the hands of Itami and Balor.
We are not dead. This is far from over. The Ascension will rise again!
It is absolute chaos between the Ascension, Finn Balor, and Hideo Itami.
At TakeOver, I'm bringing something you've never seen before.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 501 pounds, Connor, Victor, the Ascension.
Two of the most feared, destructive forces we have ever seen in NXT. And guys, they are out for just one thing tonight, and that is total annihilation of Hideo Itami and Finn Balor.
Guys, call it their house, their yard, it doesn't matter. These two gentlemen that you're looking at right now own NXT and have for a very, very long time.
I agree with you, Alex. These are the two biggest, baddest dogs in the yard right now. And this is their house, and they're eager to protect it.
And their opponents, first from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 180 pounds, Hideo Itami.
Hideo Itami is as big a star as there is in Japan, and back in Japan, they are watching live on J Sports.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Corey. Just you can hear the NXT universe, but look, you're talking about Japan. What has Hideo done for me lately at NXT? That's the question.
He hasn't had a chance yet. Tonight is the night that they either solidify that they belong here or they have to go home, period.
And guys, I talked about it on the pre-show. Whatever Balor was planning, it better be something intense, adrenaline-based, and dark, and he delivered, Corey.
I have goosebumps right now. I've heard stories, I've heard rumors. Jason Alberts told me tales of creativity.
Guys, the bell hasn't even rung yet. The bell has not rung, and Tommy and Balor are taking it right to Connor and Victor.
Jason Albert told me how creative Finn Balor can be, but I never thought we'd see it to this level and right here in NXT.
And did you see?
Look out, hang on, Tommy and Balor. In stereo. Corner drop kicks.
It's regroup time for the Ascension. They were caught off guard there. This is how Hideo and Balor need to hit them.
You know, I was just thinking the same exact thing, Corey. I mean, if you saw the look on Ascension's face.
We are officially underway. What a drop kick by Tommy.
I think they're shook.
Cover here. Is that enough to put away the Ascension and kick out?
Connor and Victor have a clear size advantage, but you can equalize anybody when you get inside their head. That's exactly what Finn Balor's trying to do right now.
And I don't think I've ever seen the expression that was just given on Victor's and Connor's face when Balor came out with whatever that is on him. It's absolutely incredible.
What is Finn Balor tapping into here, Corey Graves?
I've heard stories about this. Like I said, in every man's mind, there's a little doorway down a dark hallway where they never go. But if you can figure out how to tap into that creatively and use it, that's what Finn Balor's trying to do right now.
Cover, Balor trying to put the Ascension away and a kick out by Victor.
War paint.
Hideo and Balor certainly have a lot riding on this. Hideo Itami had Hulk Hogan at his press conference. The international media has been ablaze since Itami and Balor have made it here to NXT. Guys, can they live up to the hype tonight?
That's going to be the question, Rich. And look, all this talk about Balor and Itami is great, but we have to remember, that's the most dominant force in NXT history in the ring right there.
Oh, what a counter! Balor with the cover and a kick out by Connor.
That's also a 300-pounder in there.
Let me ask you this, Alex. What better way is there to prove that you belong, that you live up to the hype than beating a team like the Ascension?
Listen to those chops by Hideo Itami. I mentioned earlier, this guy is as big a star as there is in Japan.
Absolutely, he's well respected. He's a huge star over there.
Here comes Hideo. No! Flapjack! And that could be enough. Connor for the victory and a kick out. Tag made to Victor and Hideo Itami.
Guys, this is what I was afraid of, the Ascension. Weathering the emotional storm early that Balor came out, all that excitement. And now again, they're trying to take their yard back.
Uppercut. Cover by Victor and again a kick out. Let's take another look. Look at Hideo Itami charging at Connor, and what a flapjack.
That's how a 300-pound athlete puts somebody down.
And the Ascension have taken control in this matchup. Connor and Victor, guys, they feel like they still have a lot to prove here. Cover and a kick out by Itami. They want to show why they have ruled the roost for so long.
Of course they do. I mean, that's like asking John Cena if he still has more to prove. Of course, if you are dedicated to being the best in the world, you always take a challenge. You always want to be at the top of your game at all times.
Guys, Baron Corbin trending worldwide on Twitter as this matchup continues here. The Ascension going to battle against Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, and you just saw Victor knocking Balor off the ring apron.
How much does tag team chemistry factor into this? Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, they're old friends. They've competed together in Japan, around the world. But the Ascension are the Ascension. They are a tag team in every sense of the word. These guys live together. They travel together.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you, Corey. I mean,
Victor trying to put Itami away, and again a kick out.
Yeah, Itami and Balor have been all over the world together, but I don't even think Itami speaks English, and neither does Balor. He's still on the Gaelic alphabet. I don't even think those two can understand each other in there.
Right now it is Victor stomping away at Hideo Itami, and he's not going to take it lying down. Itami fighting back.
The Ascension has Hideo exactly where they want him. They have the pace slowed down. This is where they're most effective, and they've cut the ring in half.
And I honestly thought, when I analyzed this match before tonight, in the weeks leading up to it, that Hideo Itami's bitten off more than he can chew tonight.
Connor trying to put Itami away in a kick out. So how do you beat these guys, Corey? How do you beat the Ascension?
I have no idea. I lost my tag team titles to him.
A humble, honorable man you are, Corey.
It was you and Adrian Neville, former NXT tag team champs. Something that you alluded to here, the Ascension, certainly the more experienced team of the two guys. This is just the third time that Itami and Balor have been able to tag together here at NXT.
Yeah, let's think about the Ascension. I mean, if they can knock off two of Triple H's highest recruits here at NXT, I mean, what would that mean for them? That would mean that this is without a doubt the standard bearer of NXT is the Ascension.
I agree.
And it is Victor pummeling away at Hideo Itami. Itami fighting back, and seems like every time he's able to build some momentum. Cover here, is that enough? And again, a kick out.
This is where the size advantage of the Ascension comes into play. Every cover, every time Victor or Connor put their body weight on Itami, it weighs on him, wears him down.
Another cover. Is this enough? Itami doesn't even look like he knows where he is right now.
Yeah, and guys, it's one thing to become a star in Europe or Japan, but we have to remember, right here where we sit every single Thursday is the best in the world. It's NXT, and that's what you're seeing out of the Ascension.
See the height on that fist drop by Victor? Connecting on the forehead of Hideo Itami.
They're polished in every single way you need to be polished to be a WWE superstar. They're tested every day here.
Hideo Itami with a well-placed kick to the head, trying to find some room, desperately trying to get to his corner and make a tag, but the Ascension showing why they have been so dominant in their time here at NXT.
And the reason why, Rich, they've been so dominant is because they're not just strong. They're strong and fast. They have all the basics covered here. They have them in abundance. They don't have a weakness.
Connor for the victory. Hook of the leg and a kick out. Corey, what is it about the Ascension? What do they do to you? Why are they so dominant in the ring?
It's like they're always on the same page. One knows what the other one's thinking at all times. And as soon as you think you outsmarted or you've outquicked one of them, the other one's right there to take you back down.
Such an extremely powerful team. Finn Balor eyeballing Victor. Hook of the leg, center of the ring, and again a kick out. Hideo's hanging in there.
Look at the control out of Victor. You know a veteran inside that ring when he has an opportunity to slow the match down to his pace, and he does it. He's calm, in complete control right now of Hideo Itami.
He's grinding on him. He's wearing him down. He's not letting him anywhere near Finn Balor. This is brilliant strategy by the Ascension.
Cutting off the oxygen. If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
Itami able to create some sort of space there.
Trying to reach out for the tag. Balor wants into this match so bad.
Oh! And that could be the opening Hideo was looking for. He has got to get to Balor right now.
And there goes Connor. Hideo's got to make this tag if he wants.
Look at that. Is that an in-ring veteran or what?
That is brilliant maneuvering by Connor. Absolutely, I'm impressed. Look at Victor just grinding away on the face of Itami.
Tell you what, one ring general is dangerous. When you got two of them in there, the Ascension, it gets scary.
Tag made to Connor. Hideo Itami, he has been in there an awfully long time.
Yeah, he may not even make this tag.
Oh! Did he hear that connect?
A little bit of turnabout there.
And Itami still has some fight left in him. Crawling to his corner. Itami.
There it is!
He makes the tag, and here comes Finn Balor.
The energy in this building is going through the roof right now. Finn Balor is on fire.
Finn Balor promised the Ascension they would see something that they couldn't even imagine.
Victor's in a bad spot. He doesn't want to be there.
Oh! Victor able to get the elbow over the last second. Big Enziguri in the corner. Finn Balor over the top rope, wiping out Connor and Victor on the outside.
That was absolutely unbelievable athleticism displayed by Finn Balor. That's why he belongs in NXT.
It's almost as if Finn Balor tonight is up the ante by trying to beat the Ascension at their own game. Look at him. Trying to climb to the top rope. Sends Connor down and Victor in a bad spot.
We've seen this before.
Diving double foot stomp. Victor rolls out of the way. What is this? Whoa! Brainbuster suplex. Cover. And Connor in to break it up.
You're not going to beat the Ascension that easily.
Tommy just, he sacrificed his body to take out Connor. That's how much this means to him. They're going to prove they belong.
Finn Balor. Balor trying to line up Victor. Uppercut. Oh! STO! And that could be all. Victor hooks the leg of Balor, and here comes a Tommy to break up the pin.
No.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Connor sending Hideo to the outside. And now it's 2-on-1.
And here it comes. Here it comes, Rich. Follow man.
If they hit this, it's all over.
Oh! Hang on. Pele kick.
Hideo pulled Connor out under the bottom rope. He may have just saved this match for his team.
Hideo and Tommy again. Running drop kick. And guys, Finn Balor and Hideo and Tommy at the Ascension exactly where they want them. Here they go to the top rope. Double diving foot stomp. Is that enough to put away the Ascension? Yes! Finn Balor with the victory. Hideo and Tommy.
Hideo and Tommy and Finn Balor.
An epic battle between two dark forces. Balor and Tommy victorious.
Let me ask you now, Alex Riley. Do you believe they belong? Have they proven themselves that they were worth every bit of hype?
Well, I'd sound stupid if I didn't say I believe them, right? So yeah, I guess I do. I talked about on the pre-show that they were unproven here at NXT and the Ascension were the proven commodity. But they certainly did, you're right, Corey. Prove their worth, and what a future ahead for those two gentlemen right there. And I can't even believe that. I don't even know still how to describe that, but it certainly was intense. It certainly was emotional. Great victory.
Goodness, guys, the entrance of Finn Balor, the atmosphere here tonight, and look at the teamwork. Hideo and Tommy and Finn Balor, this time it's Balor putting his body on the line.
Fists and fire right through the air. Some war paint on top of it. That was a beautiful sight.
Look at this reverse brainbuster.
Right down on the back of the skull. That was lights out. I thought for sure, and then Connor decided he had other plans.
Yeah, we thought that was going to be it, but the Ascension with the last gasp here tonight.
Yeah, we're able to turn it around, of course.
Victor connecting with a nasty STO, and we thought that was it until Tommy came in to break it up. And watch Hideo and Tommy, you can see Connor in the corner of your screen, pulled down, and then the Pele kick by Balor.
And I was really impressed with Hideo hanging in this match late, showing a lot of heart, but this isn't heart, this is just pure aggression and athletic ability out of both of those men. A well-deserved victory for Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. Wow.
When you want to make a statement, you go after the biggest dog in the yard. That's exactly what these guys did, and it's going to pay off for them.
What an impressive victory here tonight for Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. And guys, that entrance alone by Finn Balor, that gave me chills.
Get that entrance trending. Somehow.
The hair on the back of my neck is still standing up. I can't believe what we just witnessed. It was like a movie come to life.
Only at NXT do you see moments like that? Moments that make you want to live forever.
What a night it has been here tonight, and still so much more to come. We have the NXT Championship on the line. Sami Zayn against Neville. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line when Sasha Banks battles Charlotte. And guys, listen to the NXT Universe tonight. The response, the reaction for Balor to Tommy.
And how could you not react to that man right there? I don't think a lot of people in this arena, Full Sail University, have ever seen anything like that. Ups to him, man. What an impressive performance. And I don't know, what was that? Can we call it war paint? Can we call it game day?
Whatever it was, we call it effective.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, right now, Renee Young is standing by backstage with a very special guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Roman Reigns. Hey, Roman. So first of all, I have to congratulate you. This past Monday, you were voted in by the WWE Universe at the Slammy Awards to be the Superstar of the Year. I mean, how did that feel for you?
Well, thank you. It felt phenomenal. I've done a lot of cool things in the WWE, but being voted WWE Superstar of the Year, hands down, takes the cake.
Well, what brings you here to NXT tonight?
Why wouldn't I be here? I'm here to watch an awesome show, and especially the main event. Neville and Sami Zayn, they're gonna tear the house down. Those guys are gonna be a part of the future. Speaking of future, let's talk about mine. One goal, to be the first NXT alumni ever to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Believe that. Thanks, Roman.
Thank you, Roman.
I want to know who's going to be the next Roman Reigns.
After tonight, there's certainly a lot of options, right? We've seen great stuff.
Well, so much more to come tonight, but right now, let's take a look backstage. And, well, as we said, the NXT Women's Championship is on the way. Hey, there it is!
It's the Nature Boy!
The WWE Hall of Famer giving his daughter, Charlotte, some last-minute encouragement, Corey.
This is a huge deal for Charlotte. Of course, her dad's going to be here to support her.
Coming up, these two former partners in crime go one-on-one for the NXT Women's Championship. The boss, Sasha Banks, against Charlotte. She calls herself the most genetically superior diva here in NXT.
I mean, she doesn't even call herself that. It is obvious. That is a whole different type of talent, Charlotte here at NXT.
She is the NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte.
To be the woman, you have to beat the woman.
Charlotte wins. It's in her pedigree. It's how she was raised.
I was born genetically superior.
That is a whole different type of talent.
No one can beat me.
Oh, natural selection from Charlotte, the cover, and that's going to do it. The women's champ retains.
Sasha Banks is out here.
Former BFF of Charlotte. Oh, Sasha Banks attacking Bayley after the fact. And Charlotte. Whoa. I definitely didn't see that one coming. Well, certainly some drama unfolding here after the fact.
I'm mad. Charlotte has my NXT Women's Championship. Mine. It belongs to me. I'm the meanest. I'm the prettiest. I'm the baddest diva in NXT.
That's why they call her the boss of NXT.
Charlotte, you have what I want. So how about we finally make it official? I'm gonna take the NXT Women's Championship by any means necessary. Because if you're gonna do it like a boss.
Here's the NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte.
Sasha got a little big for her britches.
I mean, I taught her everything she knows, but I didn't teach her everything I know.
She can say it till she's blue in the face that she taught me everything that I know, but I'm genetically champion.
More like generically basic in my books. And that's what Charlotte is. She's basic.
I am the complete package, and nothing's gonna stop me. And that's what bothers every female in the WWE.
The NXT Women's Championship will be perfect around my waist, because it's just gonna complete the package.
I am the toughest diva in the game. I will retain the NXT Women's title.
She didn't work for what she has. I worked for everything I have. And I'm going to show her that at NXT TakeOver.
Guys, here we go. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line. There is Sasha Banks. Been slinging mud at Charlotte for months. And guys, last week she took it up another notch, calling Ric Flair a pathetic old man. She dragged the Flair name through the mud.
She works harder than possibly any other diva on the roster, Sasha Banks does.
Come on!
She deserves to say whatever she wants to say.
Guys, earlier tonight, Corey Graves, you made a huge announcement about your career here at NXT, that you're joining the broadcast team here at NXT. We'd like to invite you to head on over to WWE.com/NXT. Not only can you read all about Corey Graves and his decision, but you can get caught up with all the superstars here at NXT.
There's a lot of great stuff on there. Great companion to programming on WWE Network.
Listen to the music and look at the champion, Charlotte, the NXT Women's Champ. What a week it has been for her, guys, on Monday night, making her Raw debut. Tell you what, she proudly carries the Flair name, but ever since becoming the champion, I think she's proven she belongs here on her own merit.
Did you see when she walked out the curtain, the first thing she said is she pointed to the arena and she said, "This is all mine." She was letting Sasha Banks know.
She's absolutely right. It is all her. She is the queen at NXT.
Sasha Banks has been claiming for months that Charlotte's in the position that she is in because, well, Sasha got her there. Guys, this is what it is all about. The NXT Women's Championship. What a matchup this is going to be.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks. And her opponent from the Queen City, she's the NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte.
Guys, not only has Sasha Banks been slinging mud verbally, but did you see the t-shirt? You see she's taking the t-shirt off right there? That's Charlotte's t-shirt that says, if you're gonna do it with flair, except that Sasha made it her own.
It's a little customization. If you're gonna do it like a boss. I prefer that.
Has she lost her mind? Does she really think the name Banks matches up with Flair?
The name Banks doesn't match up with Flair in this industry, but it could someday. How do you know 15 years from now Sasha Banks won't be the greatest diva of all time?
See Sasha backing away from Charlotte right there. That's kind of been the story of this rivalry the past couple of months. Sasha's been trying to do it on her own terms.
Look, you cannot go head-to-head with Charlotte. She is just too genetically superior.
Yeah, but Sasha Banks has an experience advantage. She's what I like to say is cagey. Sasha knows her way around the ring better than anybody.
I'll tell you what she is. She's crafty. She reminds me of AJ Lee. She's very smart. She's very crafty, and that's how she puts together wins, by putting herself in the right position. That's what she has to do tonight.
Did you see that? Did you see? Sasha Banks just chopped the daughter of the Nature Boy.
Oh!
And she received one back.
Yeah, another really smart move out of Sasha.
I didn't say it was smart, it was gutsy.
Charlotte taking control. Shades of her father, the 16-time world champion. Oh! And again, Sasha rolling out of the ring and par for the course, trying to dictate the pace, trying to dictate how this is all going to go down. Sasha's having none of it. Or Charlotte's having none of it, I should say.
What a great move by Sasha Banks, getting Charlotte to come outside after her. Kicked her right in the side of the head.
Oh, wow!
first into the stairs, and you think that Sasha is maybe luring Charlotte out of the ring, Corey?
I mean, it's possible that could be her strategy, but she can't win the NXT Women's Championship outside of the ring. She's got to get her inside the ring and make her pin or submit.
Take another look at the impact. Charlotte going, oh, right into the steel steps.
And that's just being blatantly vicious. I mean, that's what you have to have.
Cover, Sasha Banks.
A mean streak like that to have success here at NXT, so good for her.
Sasha nearly putting the champion away there moments ago. Charlotte able to kick out. Guys, so the issues between these two stem from the fact that Charlotte decided to strike out on her own and didn't want to be affiliated with Sasha anymore once she won the title?
I think this has to do with jealousy, Rich. Plain and simple. Sasha is jealous of Charlotte, the champion. And honestly, I think she's jealous of her heritage.
I spoke to Sasha Banks. She said Charlotte may have been born into this business, but Sasha Banks was born to do it. She's going to have a chance to prove that right now. I don't think jealousy has anything to do with it.
Sasha calls herself the boss, built on self-success. She's had to scratch and claw her way here to NXT.
That was nasty right there. Double knees to the abdomen. She needs to make a cover right now.
At this point, it almost seems like Sasha's just out to hurt the champion. Into the cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out by Charlotte.
And honestly, I'm very impressed with Sasha Banks.
Take another look at these double knees right across the midsection of the champ. What a move by Sasha Banks.
She's come out. She hasn't been afraid of the champion, which you've seen in the past weeks, her running. She's pretty much gone right at Charlotte, and it's working.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. Mocking Charlotte. Mocking the Nature Boy.
That's what
Reversal.
you get.
Charlotte trying to put away Sasha in a kick out.
And honestly, there's no room for that. That's just disrespectful to the Nate. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the Nate. I love the guy. I was talking to him earlier.
Uh-oh. Oh. Look at Sasha. Oh! Bankrupted. That could be enough.
She held on. Look at the torque. Look at the pressure she's applying to Charlotte. I can't believe Charlotte's even still in this. I mean, I can't believe her body can even bend that way.
Submission maneuver applied. Charlotte may be forced to submit with the championship on the line.
Look at that strength. I don't know if there's another NXT superstar that would have been able to get out of that submission.
Oh! Charlotte grabbing a fistful of hair. Sasha, yeah, Sasha for the victory and a kick out. Or whatever it takes, right?
Again, very heady, very crafty out of Sasha Banks, sticking to the game plan. And this
Take another look.
Exactly how crafty you have it right there. Beautiful, all legal, and keeps the advantage over Charlotte.
Hair pulling is legal, Alex?
Let me ask you this.
I'll quote Corey by saying, if you don't get caught, it's all legal.
As the daughter of the dirtiest player in the game, should Charlotte be falling for things like that? Look at this. Sasha Banks has Charlotte's own submission hold locked in the center of the ring.
Figure four headlock and rolling her over, face first into the mat and back into the submission move.
And this has got to wear on your mind when you know that your opponent is using your own moves against you. I mean, it's really a taunting play. It's not taking the champ serious.
And listen to the NXT universe.
And Corey, you said earlier that the Banks name may end up living up to the Flair name years from now, and it's starting to tonight with a split crowd here at NXT.
Hold on, look at the strength by Charlotte.
Whoa! Electric chair.
Sasha Banks may be out, Charlotte may be out. Who can get to their feet first? Champion's advantage here, guys.
That's right, Sasha Banks has to beat Charlotte. Charlotte could get counted out and still retain her title.
Referee up to the 7 count. I don't want to see it end like this.
Oh, look at Sasha up first.
Oh! Charlotte blocking forearm smash. Oh! There's that flare chop.
You don't want to give the champ any momentum.
Suplex, reversal.
Oh!
Neckbreaker!
What a counter!
Is that enough? Charlotte, hook of the leg, center of the ring, and a kick out by the Boss.
And Corey, Sasha Banks is hanging tough tonight. I'm really impressed.
Action like that is why we are trending worldwide right now. NXT TakeOver, our evolution.
The third #1 trend of the night on Twitter for TakeOver, our evolution. Guys, this is what it's all about. Here comes Sasha Banks, diving through the ropes. My God!
That's how much the Women's Championship means to Sasha Banks. She's risking it all, leaving it all on the line.
And the NXT Universe on their feet. How much did that take out of the champ?
How much did it take out of Sasha?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm going to sit corrected here. I didn't think Sasha Banks had this side to her. We saw in past weeks her running from Charlotte, but she's putting everything out there.
Sasha Banks rolling the champ into the ring, cover and a kick out. Title is on the line. Let's take another look. Whatever it takes. The Boss willing to go there, Corey.
She had to sacrifice her own body, put it on the line to take out the champ.
Sasha continuing to mock Charlotte. Right now, a battle of will.
You don't want to trade blows with Charlotte. Not very smart.
Sasha Banks did a complete backflip off of that spear.
I was like, was that a spear? Absolutely incredible.
Charlotte nearly turned the Boss inside out.
Charlotte calls herself genetically superior, and she is not lying. That's perfect evidence right there.
Oh, and the Boss getting the leg up.
That's that caginess I talked about. She knows where she's at in the ring, using the actual ring as a weapon against Charlotte.
Great with her environment, absolutely, Corey.
Oh! Sasha Banks trying to go for the bank statement. And now Charlotte, look at this!
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man, for the championship! And a kick out by Charlotte. What an incredible match! Neckbreaker, cover for the title, new champion, no! Right back into the cover. Sasha Banks trying to put Charlotte away, and Charlotte kicking out another cover.
Sasha Banks is getting frustrated. She can't let this get to her. If she wants to beat Charlotte, she's got to do it with a clear head.
I was going to say the same thing, Corey. One of her known weaknesses is that she gets emotional. She's got to keep her head in the game.
Guys, the NXT Universe speaking. On Twitter, Sasha Banks trending worldwide.
Another worldwide trend.
What do either of these two competitors have left? What a throw by the champ.
Hey, what, are we making superstars tonight or what?
That is what it is all about. Here goes Charlotte to the top rope. Charlotte. Here she comes.
Wow.
Oh, wow. My God, Charlotte pulling everything out. Cover for the title, and the foot's on the rope. The foot is on the rope, and my God, where is Charlotte coming up with this tonight?
Corley, I've been around a long time, so have you. Have you ever seen anything like that out of a female competitor? It's incredible.
I haven't seen it out of any competitor. That was unbelievable agility. Let's take another look at this. Charlotte going for a moonsault, landing on her feet and turning it into a senton. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why she's the women's champion here in NXT.
Oh, hold on. What's Charlotte have in mind? Oh! Sasha. Oh!
Wow, what a
Forcing
move.
the champ face first into the turnbuckle.
That's an educated play right there out of Miss Banks.
Sasha Banks is digging deep into her arsenal. I've seen stuff tonight I've never seen out of her before, but that's what you got to be.
Yeah, you see a huge heart.
NXT Women's Championship is on the line here. The challenger, Sasha Banks. The champion, Charlotte. And Sasha setting up the champ. Going for a superplex.
This is where the strength advantage of Charlotte comes into play.
I was going to say that. It's all leverage.
Charlotte trying to fight back.
Sasha Banks is in a bad spot right now, but what's Charlotte going to do?
Charlotte sizing Sasha up from the top rope.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
No way, no way, natural selection from the top rope. That's gonna be all. And Charlotte retains.
Here's your winner and still NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte.
I tell you what a performance out of Charlotte Flair. I know her father's watching. He's extremely proud. She retains the NXT Women's Championship tonight because she simply did things in there, Corey, that were impossible.
But let's not gloss over the performance by Sasha Banks. She, even in defeat, she showed things that we never knew she was capable of. She is a star in the making. She's a star already.
Yeah.
This is why the NXT Women's Division is on par of anything. Let's take a look at the boss.
Sasha Banks thought she had it.
With a spear out of Charlotte. Intense, aggressive, just like her daddy. And then Sasha Banks, just like I said before, an educated play, using her brain, hanging into this match till the very, very end. And this is just a strength advantage for the champion.
Sasha trying to keep it rolling, but Charlotte with a reversal leading to natural selection.
Too strong, too powerful. Charlotte with natural selection from the top rope. That's all she wrote for Sasha Banks. What a contest.
Charlotte retaining the NXT Women's Championship. What a matchup here tonight. This is what TakeOver, our evolution, is all about. This tremendous night of action continues here at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. And guys, we're just moments away from the biggest match of the night. We've been waiting. The whole world has been waiting for this matchup, Alex. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville ready to go one-on-one for the NXT Championship. These two former friends ready to put it all on the line.
We all know you can't win the big one.
Zayn, oh, we got caught by Cesaro.
Sami, I'm better than you.
And the turnbuckle exposed. Sami Zayn is staggered. Oh no, Bo Dallas for the win.
Sami, you lost, friend.
I know I'm better than that.
This is why Zayn is the everlasting underdog of NXT. This is Zayn's moment. The cover on Tyson. Can Tyson get... What the hell?
You might want to hold on to that while you can, because you're not going to have it for much longer.
I'm not too worried because we all know you can't win the big one.
Sami Zayn, he wants to prove not only to the naysayers, but to himself that he can win the big match. Neville sitting up for the red arrow. Wow! Guys, Neville's hurt. Look at that, he's clutching the left knee. Whoa! You gotta be kidding me! Neville retains!
To see just how close it was before slipping through, just slipping through your fingers just like that. I mean, obviously it hurts.
What we've stumbled upon is the fundamental difference between Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn. Adrian Neville is prepared to do what it takes for the victory, whereas Sami Zayn lacks a certain killer instinct.
You can't deny his talent, you cannot deny his ability, but what you can deny is that extra little something, that will to go that extra yard.
If I can't win the big one, as you've said, if I can't beat you for that NXT Championship, then I don't know what I'm doing here.
It's hard to sit back and watch your friend fail.
If our friendship, or whatever's left of it at this point, means anything to you, you'll give me one more chance at that NXT Championship. And if I can't beat you for that NXT Championship, then I am done.
we have our rematch. But one thing I am not prepared to do is let you put your career on the line. Sami, I will not be held responsible for ending your dream. And what you do post-match is your prerogative. That will not be my burden to bear.
This is where I go wrong every single time. And Sami's got to be the good guy and show the respect. It's not about respect between you and me. Do you understand that? Oh! You understand that? You don't get to end me. I can end you. And your story as NXT champion. I'm taking that title.
And take a look, there is Sami Zayn. Moments away from the biggest match of his career, guys.
I can assure you this is the longest walk Sami Zayn has ever made to the ring.
I can assure you as well, he's nervous as a cat right now.
The NXT champion, Adrian Neville. Guys, do you think he's conflicted going into this matchup tonight?
Absolutely not. He's laser focused.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 212 pounds, Sami Zayn. His opponent from Newcastle, England, weighing 197 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Adrian Neville.
Listen to the NXT universe. Guys, this is what it is all about. the NXT Championship. You can join in on the conversation as well. If you'd like to get involved, use the hashtag Neville versus Zayn on Twitter.
Guys, I love when the big X is up in the air. You know it's a big fight feel. Get ready for a war.
There's the champion, Adrian Neville. Has held the championship for nearly 300 days. To the left of your screen, Sami Zayn, who has put his career on the line. Guys, is this the last time Sami Zayn answers the opening bell in NXT?
It entirely could be, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm surprised at the look on Sami Zayn's face. He looks surprisingly calm. With all these stakes on the line right now, I would be a nervous wreck. Sami Zayn looks ready to go.
Guys, just listen to the NXT universe, the excitement, the anticipation cascading through the arena. This place is pulsating, it is electric, and this is what the entire world has been waiting for.
And I don't think I've ever heard the NXT universe turn on Adrian Neville that way. You gotta wonder if that's gonna play into this match later and it's gonna get into the champion's head.
I'll tell you what, he's a champion for a reason. He can't let it play into his head. He's got to treat this like a football match in his native country, like he's Newcastle and he's going to play Sunderland at their stadium. He's got to figure out a way to zone out the crowd.
Corey Graves, these two guys are two former best friends. I mean, they split car rides, hotel rooms. Right now, they can't even stand to be in the same room together. You spend time with these guys every day at the WWE Performance Center. What has the atmosphere been like?
You're absolutely right, Rich. These two guys were inseparable, best friends, training partners. It's gotten to the point where Adrian Neville had his training schedule with the strength coach changed because he refuses to be in the same gym at the same time as Sami Zayn. These guys won't look at each other. It's a bad scene.
Graves, you know Adrian Neville very, very well. Former NXT tag team partner of his, former tag team champions here. How tough is this man? What do you think is going through his mind right now?
Adrian Neville is a planner. If he can execute his game plan, he is almost unbeatable. He's very durable. The guy, he's a ball of muscle. The guy that, you can't hurt him.
What do you think the game plan is for each guy here tonight, Owens?
You know, I think Adrian Neville obviously wants to do what he does best, and that's fly. He has got to protect his legs and his head late in this match. He needs his legs to climb to the top, and he needs his head to stay balanced to hit the red arrow. So that's going to be his strategy. When you talk about Zayn, he's got to feed off the emotion of this crowd, ride it as long as he can, and try to ignore the pressure at all costs.
Adrian Neville needs to ignore the crowd. He needs to silence him. He needs to get Zayn off his feet and completely get the crowd out of this match.
And you were a former tag team partner with him, and with Adrian Neville. How would you defeat Adrian Neville? What would be your strategy, Corey?
You have to get him off his game plan because he's like a machine. If he can hit all the points he wants to make in his plan, he's unstoppable. But you got to wait for a hitch and then execute something.
Here's that Adrian Neville just trying to slow the pace down here in this matchup. Listen to the NXT universe. They're unflappable. Wow. Whoa. Taking a look there, a bit of one-upmanship, which we've seen in the past. And is that going to be effective in this kind of a match?
Absolutely. Any small detail, Rich, in this match is going to be effective. Remember, this is going to be a match of who wins the inches.
If Sami wants to have any chance of winning this title tonight, he can't get frustrated. Adrian Neville knows, he's seen it. He's pushed Sami to that brink before. Sami cannot get back to that point.
Will Zayn's emotions be his undoing tonight, Corey?
Listen, as much as this match tonight is Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville, it's just as much Sami Zayn versus himself. He's got to figure out something. He's got to be able to overcome Sami Zayn and win.
And you make a great point, Corey. He has got to stay focused, because if he doesn't, his entire career is on the line tonight. He has got to keep that out of his head.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And Adrian Neville rolling out.
And a smart move, Rich, by the champion by rolling out.
Hold on, what's Zayn thinking? Whoa! Guys, Sami Zayn has to get Adrian Neville in the ring to win the championship.
Yeah, but he has to leave everything on the table. There could be no tomorrow for Sami Zayn. He's got to leave it all out there.
Take another look at this backbreaker. And how smart of the champion.
Very smart, but even smarter by Sami Zayn to follow it up with this moonsault, which there really is no defense for, and there's really no defense for the emotion.
Guys, referee up to the
created.
7 count. Neville's going to get back in the ring, or does he?
No, he doesn't. He can walk away. Sami Zayn needs to get Neville back in the ring.
Got to get him in the ring. What's Zayn waiting for? Oh! Huge kick by Sami Zayn. Cover for the title. And a kick out by Neville. One of the questions that we had earlier on, would there be any hesitation tonight on the part of the NXT champion Adrian Neville, knowing that a former close friend's career is on the line? Covers! And a power out by Neville.
You know, I don't think this is his friend anymore. Corey told us a story about the Performance Center earlier where they won't even enter the same room together. I think the champ knows what's on the line tonight. Not his career, but the NXT championship, something that is just as important, if not more. He doesn't want to move backwards.
We've seen in the past, Adrian Neville will do whatever it takes to keep that title. If that means losing a friend,
cover Neville, trying to end the career of Sami Zayn in a kick out.
If it means losing a friend, so be it.
Sami Zayn said that he's chosen his own fate. I think that decision is wearing on him a bit.
I don't think yet, but I certainly think late in this match it's going to pop into his head. Absolutely.
I think that drop kick to the back
Cover.
of the head is.
Neville for the victory and a kick out by Zayn. Sami Zayn has been struggling with an internal conflict. Go to limits, he hasn't been able to operate by his own ideals. Potentially see his career come to an end tonight. You can't express how enormous this match is.
It doesn't matter what Sami Zayn's ideals are. He's in a rear chin lock. He's in a lot of trouble and he can't breathe. I don't care what where your morals are or what you feel that is the right thing to do. If you can't breathe,
you can't fight.
You can't breathe, you can't fight. And that's a great point, Corey. I mean, that's a very basic hold, but maybe the most effective hold in wrestling, cutting off your oxygen.
Adrian Neville with a huge uppercut on Sami Zayn. Cover. Hook of the leg, and Zayn able to stay alive.
Got to keep your head in the game, champ, at all times.
Neville driving the knee into the chin of Sami Zayn. Neville has certainly slowed the pace and is attempting to take the NXT Universe out of this. Cover, is that enough to put Zayn away? And every time Neville goes for a cover, Sami Zayn has to see his career flash before his eyes.
And it's very smart by Adrian Neville. He's not only is he slowing the pace down, he's taking the crowd out of this match and taking the emotional roller coaster away from Sami Zayn.
That's what he needs to do. I can say firsthand, I've been in the ring with Sami Zayn and I've never seen anyone that feeds off of a live crowd like Sami does. This is a smart strategy by Neville.
There's absolutely no question who the NXT Universe is behind. Guys, that hasn't seemed to have affected Adrian Neville one bit.
Absolutely not. Adrian Neville's laser focused as always.
Whoa! Drop kick. Cover. Hook of the leg. Is that enough to put Zayn away? A kick out.
We said from the outset he'd need to neutralize the crowd, and he's done exactly that. Now he just needs to focus on Sami Zayn.
And you take a look at that, guys. Maybe now Neville's getting a little frustrated. You've never seen, Neville's a pretty smart, pretty heady competitor here at NXT, and he might be getting a little rattled.
Seemed like he hesitated going into that cover. But again, he's trying to slow the pace down. And is he mocking Sami Zayn right here?
This is something you don't want to do. You can fire Sami Zayn up, he becomes even more dangerous.
Wow. Those quick strikes.
Oh, wow!
By Zayn!
Out of nowhere! Rocking the champion.
Another huge lariat by Zayn. And now Sami's starting to feel it. Big drop kick. And again, Neville rolling out of the ring.
Another great move by Adrian Neville. That's why he's the champion.
Hold on, here comes Sami Zayn. Neville back in the ring. And, oh, head scissor takedown, and there goes Zayn to the outside. And now Neville winding up. Zayn back into the ring. There goes Neville to the outside. And now Sami Zayn over the top. What a dive by Sami Zayn. It is all or nothing for Zayn tonight with the NXT title on the line.
Sami Zayn doing the right thing, following the champion to the floor, but he's got to get him in the ring.
Look at this. All that was a counter, but perfectly placed by the ropes, followed up. Unbelievable, putting his body on the line. This place is explosive. There's fireworks everywhere tonight.
He cannot win the title outside the ring, though. He needs to get Neville in, and soon.
Sami Zayn sending Neville back into the ring, and Zayn feeding off the energy of the NXT Universe.
We've seen what he can do from up here.
Here comes Sami Zayn, crossbody for the championship. Sami Zayn, and a kick out by the champ.
Could have been it. Could have been it right there.
Adrian Neville's got to feel that title slipping through his fingers right now.
Sami has to take advantage of every single one of these opportunities.
He's got to stay on Neville. Do not let him breathe. Stay focused. Keep the pressure of this match out of your head, Sami.
Pins and needles here in the NXT arena. Sami Zayn going for the suplex, reversal, another reversal. Whoa! Uh-oh. Whoa! Cover Sami Zayn for the title! And again a kick out. How did Neville find the wherewithal to power out of that move, Corey
Because
Graves?
when you're the champion, you do things that you normally wouldn't do, that normal people couldn't do. Adrian Neville had no choice. That was pure instinct.
Hey guys, Rich, Corey, there he is. He's cracking right in half. Sami Zayn starting to feel the pressure.
But he needs to stay on Neville.
Guys, who is favored the longer this match goes?
It's Adrian Neville, Rich. He is 5-0 in matches lasting longer than 10 minutes. There's a stat from the analyst right there. 5-0.
Oh! Running uppercut. This match taking a toll on both competitors. Another big kick. Whoa! German suplex. Cover. Neville for the victory, and again. Zayn keeping his career alive by mere inches.
Guys, Sami Zayn just might have seen his career flash right before his eyes with that German suplex.
But what's going through the head of Adrian Neville? Neville's throwing everything he's got at Sami Zayn, and Sami kicks out it over and over again.
Is the champ getting frustrated? Again, the NXT Universe trying to will Sami Zayn.
And with a single forearm, Neville shut them all up.
Oh! Sami Zayn off the ropes. Adrian Neville, sit up, powerbomb, cover, trying to end the career of Zayn again, and a kick out.
You see the back of the neck of Sami Zayn hit the mat, and look at Neville's face.
He is frustrated.
He's frustrated, he's confused, he's in shock.
Asking the referee right there, how is that not 3? Take another look, take another look.
Look at this, and just watch the back of the neck right there of Sami Zayn get caught under his back. What a kick out.
When Sami Zayn kicked out of that powerbomb, the Full Sail University, the NXT Universe came back to life. They're right back in this where they were before.
They're responding to the heart. They're responding to the desire of Zayn.
But where's Sami Zayn's head?
Look at Sami Zayn, look at that. Both competitors trading blows in the center of the ring. Adrian Neville trying to take command. Sami Zayn with a big clothesline. The champ did a 180.
This place has come to life. This building's rocking right now for Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn trying to set up Adrian Neville. Neville with a well-placed kick. The momentum shifting back and forth like a pendulum in this match. Adrian Neville may have Sami Zayn exactly where he wants him. Guys, this could be it for Sami Zayn.
This is the
Neville to the top rope. Red arrow all the way. Oh, Sami Zayn got the legs up. Got the legs up. Submission maneuver. Koji clutch. Neville may have to tap. Neville may have to tap. Championship on the line.
We may have a new champion, Rich.
Sami Zayn's got it locked in. Nowhere for Neville to go. And Adrian Neville outstretching the leg.
The heart of a champion, Adrian Neville, able to withstand that submission hold and make it to the ropes. That's why he is the NXT champion.
What ring presence out of Adrian Neville.
Neville was in that submission for a long time, though. That took a lot out of him. You got to wonder what he's got left, if anything.
Hold on, Sami Zayn trying to set up Neville. Trying to set him up, reversal. Championship on the line. Oh, my goodness. The referee.
Adrian Neville's skull bounced off of the referee's head.
Yeah, the back of his
head. Their heads collided.
It's a dangerous place to be hit.
Not now, Sami. Now is not the time, Sami. This is not the time to show sympathy.
Adrian Neville with a big kick.
Oh.
And Sami Zayn. My God. That's all. Adrian Neville going to retain the title. No. Oh, God, how did he get a shot? Zayn's compassion nearly cost him right there, guys.
We talked about him having a killer instinct, and he lacked one right there. Corey, he has got to stay on Neville late.
Guys, how is Sami Zayn still going? Adrian Neville with a well-placed super kick, and look at this. Sami Zayn somehow getting the shoulder up, extending his career. The entire NXT universe here at Full Sail Arena on their feet. Not a single person sitting down. Sami Zayn.
Going for another.
Another German suplex by Zayn. His career hangs in the balance of this match.
At this point, he's running on fumes. All heart right now out of Sami Zayn.
Look at this. Oh my God, what a throw by Zayn. And lining up Adrian Neville. Here comes Zayn and Neville again. Another great move rolling out of the ring.
Unbelievable ring awareness by Adrian Neville. He knew what was coming.
Oh, look out, look out.
Hang on. Whoa, my God. That is the killer instinct of Sami Zayn. A diving DDT through the ropes.
It was unbelievable. I didn't think Sami Zayn had it in him, but he needs to get Adrian Neville in the ring. Diving through the ropes like that, that was unbelievable. Stay on him.
He proved something to me right there. You're seeing Sami Zayn mature right in front of your very eyes tonight.
Sami Zayn lining up Adrian Neville. You know what's on the way. Helluva kick, but the referee took it elbow to the back of the head.
Guys, did Neville pull the referee in there? Did Neville pull him in?
Yes, he pulled him in. He absolutely pulled him in. I just saw it. Guys, Neville did exactly what he has to do at this point to save the championship. We talked about whatever it takes, and that's what he did.
He's done it before, but Sami Zayn is wasting valuable time. He needs to capitalize. He needs to get back on Neville.
Hold on, what's Neville doing? Neville grabbing the championship. Sami Zayn.
We're seeing Neville's true colors now.
Oh, big kick. Moment of truth there for Sami Zayn. Can he do it? Can he pull the trigger?
You got a clean shot. You got to take it, Sami Zayn. Now is not the time for morals.
You can't risk disqualification, Sami, not like this.
The referee can't see it. Do it, Sami.
Come on, Sami, not like this.
This is your career we're talking about, Sami Zayn. You got to do what you got to do.
Told you guys the pressure was going to get to him, and you're seeing it mighty thick right now.
Oh, come on! Not again!
You get what you deserve, Sami.
Insane into the kick out! Wow, exploder suplex!
I completely agree.
Exploder suplex into the corner! Sami Zayn lining up Adrian Neville, and here it comes! Helluva kick! Helluva kick! Connects! Sami Zayn has done it! Sami Zayn has done it! He is the new NXT champion!
NXT champion, Sami Zayn.
True redemption has been realized tonight.
by Sami Zayn, an outpouring of emotion.
I said it before, Sami Zayn is a changed man. We saw tonight he could deliver when he had to. I had my doubts. He proved to everybody that he belongs on top of NXT.
I had major doubts about that man as well, but he proved me wrong. What a night for Sami Zayn. He materialized, he matured, he transformed tonight on NXT Our Evolution.
Guys, let's not take away the performance by Adrian Neville here tonight. He held the championship for nearly 300 days, and it took everything for Sami Zayn to defeat Neville for the title. What a back-and-forth matchup we saw tonight.
Look at this, the counter. These two superstars knew each other maybe better than anybody else in the company, and you saw it tonight. Blue Thunder Bomb out of Sami Zayn, but look at the heart of the champion, hanging in late.
And we thought this might be it, Corey.
And then Sami Zayn with the wherewithal to get the knees up, block the red arrow, into the Koji clutch. We thought Adrian Neville was going to tap out right here.
Guys, this nearly cost Sami Zayn. Keep an eye on the referee. Look at that collision.
And this is the first time Sami Zayn left everything in jeopardy. He could have capitalized. He had an attack of emotion.
His compassion nearly cost him. Look at that move by Adrian Neville.
Reverse Hurricane Rana. Neville pulling out all the tricks. We thought this was it. Sami Zayn wanted it too bad.
Guys, taking much more than that to put away Sami Zayn. Look at this, diving through the ropes.
What a maneuver. That thing might earn a slammy next year. I mean, absolutely incredible. This is where Sami Zayn matured. This is where he grew up.
You got Neville trying to save his championship. He pulled the referee in front there.
And again, Sami Zayn with the internal conflict, and it nearly cost him again. We saw this happen before.
I was sure that was Sami Zayn's last chance right there. I'm sure that was it.
That was almost the end of his career, the end of his life for Sami Zayn. But able to hang in there, haluva kick, and Rich, go ahead, give it a call.
Connecting with the haluva kick, and we have a brand new NXT champion, well deserved. And guys, take a look, the NXT locker room coming out to congratulate Sami Zayn and his best friend, Kevin Owens.
What a night for these two friends. This has got to be surreal for those two guys, the top of their game.
Owens making his debut tonight. Sami Zayn winning the championship.
A lot of emotion, a lot of tears. Kevin Owens was crying before.
Wow, look at the respect.
Thing to see, yeah.
Look at the respect from the locker room, man. Sami Zayn works so hard. He deserves this adulation from everybody. This is awesome.
Guys, what is unfolded before us tonight is the definition of perseverance. Sticking to one's ideals and laying it all on the line. Sami Zayn, your new NXT champion. Guys, that's a Hall of Famer, Pat Patterson, in there congratulating Sami Zayn.
First ever Intercontinental Champion, one of the greatest of all time. He respects Sami Zayn.
Pat Patterson been a huge supporter of Sami Zayn from the beginning. Always believed he had this night in him.
What an incredible night. What an incredible moment for Sami Zayn.
I mean, guys, where else can you see moments like this but NXT at Full Sail University?
Hey, guys, take a look. There are the Lucha Dragons. There is Charlotte, the NXT Tag Team Champs, the Women's Champion, out here to congratulate Sami Zayn as he takes a victory.
It's the whole damn locker room. It's every single person in the NXT locker room out there congratulating their new champion.
Because everybody in this locker room respects Sami Zayn for what he's done, the path he's taken to get here, how hard he's worked to become champion. This is all well-deserved by Sami Zayn.
Absolutely.
Look at that emotion. Look at that respect.
You think they're going to be walking in the Performance Center tomorrow in the same class? 100%.
What a night this has been. TakeOver, our evolution.
Take a look at our new NXT champion, Sami Zayn. How cool is this? Way to go, Sami.
NXT, our evolution has become the evolution of Sami Zayn. What a night for Sami. The entire NXT universe still on their feet. Emotional Sami Zayn saluting the NXT universe. Guys, I'd be willing to bet that there are a good number of people in attendance tonight that can barely hold back their emotions.
Guys, the NXT universe enjoying this just as much as Sami Zayn were behind him the whole time because of emotion, because of heart, because of desire, like you saw tonight out of your new NXT champion in Sami Zayn.
What a night it has been as NXT continues to evolve. This is the future of WWE. And Sami Zayn, so proud to represent the entire roster at NXT by holding that championship.
Guys, what an unbelievable evening. Corey, heck of a start to your new broadcasting career. You picked a hell of a night to start. It was a pleasure working with both of you. I still got goosebumps. I'm going to have them for a very, very long time.
I'm excited about the future. It's been an honor to share this with you guys. What a night.
Get some out! Hey, got some plenty out, will you? You okay, Sammy? I'm with you. Get some more, come on! Come on! Get the doctor! Get the doctor! Come on, let's go! Come on, let's get the doctor out here! Get in there. Sammy.
Sammy, can you hear us?